During winter break of the 2014-2015 school year, I had the privilege of traveling to Costa Rica for a study abroad experience entitled Ecological Engineering in the Tropics. Sponsored by the Biosystems Engineering Department, this study abroad focused on the analysis of systems and processes within vital industries across the country, from food and energy production to wastewater treatment and ecosystems management. We studied their various components, how they operate, and how they affect and are affected by Costa Rican society, economy, and ecology. We first arrived in Alajuela and took a bus to our hotel in San Jose. The first day was spent exploring San Jose, visiting sites like INBio, a biodiversity research facility, the National Museum of Costa Rica, and the University of Costa Rica. Next, we visited the Fabio Research Station in Alajuela, where we spent the end of our study abroad experience developing a solid-liquid separation component for the anaerobic digestion and wetland treatment system there. On the third day, we visited Telauran, aptly called the Land of Wind and Water. We visited 2 of the 3 major hydroelectric plants there and took a trip to see the wind farms. The next day, we traveled to the University Earth La Flor, toured the facilities, listened to a professor speak about global climate change and its effects, and celebrated New Year's Eve on campus. On New Year's Day, we visited La Playa Hermosa on the Pacific Ocean. Our next destination was the University of Georgia's Costa Rican campus, where we toured small coffee farms and processing facilities. We spent time at the Monte Verde Nature Reserve to study biodiversity, then returned to UGA to analyze their anaerobic digester and explore their botanical gardens in our free time. Next, we traveled to the OTS research facility in La Selva, where we studied biodiversity and its benefits during day and night hikes. We also visited a pineapple processing plant, which was very beneficial for me since I focused my final project on pineapple production, and I'm interested in food engineering. Touring the Corbana banana research, agriculture, and processing facilities was also incredibly interesting and really brought many different factors and industries together into a cohesive entity. During my time as day leader, where I took on additional responsibilities for organizing events and documenting our activities and analysis, we visited Copedota, a giant coffee cooperative in the Central Valley. This tour was incredibly detailed and allowed us to see every aspect of coffee growth and production. Finally, we returned to Fabio Research Station for the last few days to design, build, and test our solid-liquid separation prototypes and write our preliminary reports. On the last full day, we visited a national park in attempts to see the active volcano Mount Poas. Overall, it was an incredible experience. In addition to seeing the wildlife and enjoying the local cuisine, I deepened my passion for food operations and engineering as a whole. I practiced analytical techniques and honed my organization, communication, and problem-solving skills by working in multidisciplinary and multicultural design teams. More importantly, I gained new insight into the innumerable factors that affect food production and how to account for these in optimizing processes to serve different goals. It is my goal to keep learning more about this fascinating field and to apply skills and knowledge from coursework and hands-on experiences to my future line of work.
Live, learn, Latin America. For more information, visit latinamerica.isp.msu.edu. Edited by Jessica Lundquist.